Hi there, and welcome back to another Delphox Cards video. I'm going a little out of my not comfort zone, but box tonight. I was thinking about what do I want to do for a video, and to be truthfully honest, I really didn't want to move all my pop boxes tonight. I just wasn't in the mood. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a video going through my video game collections, and not all my video games collections, but just my PS2 and Xbox / 360 games, and maybe I'll show them and talk about some of my memories with them, and that'll be kind of the video tonight. So let's get started right off the rip here. We've got NBA Live 07, probably one of my favorite basketball games growing up. I mentioned this in the basketball books video. My friend Ben and Abel, my friends Ben and Abel, my buddy Brad, we played a lot of this game. This had X Factors, and we played a lot. He was the Bulls, Ben Gordon, because his name was Ben. But we had a good time with this game. Really fun PS2 game. Not too many memories with this one, because I bought it just for $1. I didn't have this one as a kid, but I just wanted a college hoops game. So, just showing this one. Nothing too crazy with that one. Didn't have it as a kid. A lot of hours logged onto this one. I've already talked about how he's one of my favorite players ever. Awesome soundtrack, awesome game modes. I mean, you got Wallace and Jermaine on the cover. Like, I'm not gonna like that. Yow. So, this game is a lot of memories of my childhood. Here, I just bought this one for like $1. I didn't have 2K3 as a kid, but I like the 2K games, and I like looking at the different rosters, and for $1, and AI on the cover. Sweet. I'm going to save that one for later. We've got what I consider to be, and I think the greatest baseball game of all time. One of my favorite baseball players, Manny Ramirez. I spent a lot of time with teams on here, especially the Red Sox, because they were the best. And I was like, 4th, 5th grade when this came out. So really fun baseball game there. Haven't ever played this game yet. I have never played it. So I should. It looks fun. It's my era to play, but I got to give it a go. Haven't played it yet. I played this game a lot as a kid, and I rebought it, and I tried it a little bit. And it didn't hook me the same as when I was younger. I remember getting to a point where I had to like do these things in a church, and it creeped me out when I was younger. This game came out in like 04, but I think I was alone at home, and that church just creeped me out in that game. So, but otherwise, I mean, this game was really fun, really hooked me when I was a kid. Underground 2. I still got the receipt in here. Most of these you'll see I get from Mojo's Electronics in Shawano. Big shout out. Or Green Bay, Oshkosh. Great store. 007 Nightfire. Now, I cannot count the amount of hours playing this with my sister, with my friends. We would just get this one map, and I can't remember the name of the map, but across the map it was like a ski lift, and we would just put on snipers or rocket launchers and just shoot each other across the map. But man, was this just a really fun game when I was a kid. And it doesn't really hold up, like the controls and stuff. It would be really cool if they remade it, but this is a really great game. Next we got Quidditch World Cup. They just kind of made a new Quidditch game, and I have to dive deeper into that on PS4, PS5. But I really enjoyed this game as a kid. I did not own it, so I really looked forward to like going to my cousin's house in Fort Wayne. They had this game, and it was really fun for me to play. So just little snippets, but love Harry Potter. Love that game. It's another game I'd play with my cousins in Fort Wayne, and I just bought it as an adult. Is the Two Towers. Still a great game to this day. They need to make movie Lord of the Rings games again. That would be amazing. They make Lord of the Rings stuff, but it just doesn't hit the same to me. Those characters are very enduring. This game I spent many a time on in high school and college on Xbox. I got it cheap, and you could like see the people's bones breaking, and they encourage you to like use performance enhancing drugs, and it's a fun game. I mean, but there's a reason it's rated M, because it's violent. Yeah, for a football game, but really fun gameplay in there. It's fun to go through a season on that. This is my first game. I must confess that I had an Xbox as a kid, and so all these PS2 games are kind of when I got older. I bought a PS2 in college from a garage sale. But this is my first game. Came with a tennis game. This one didn't. But Larry Fitz on the cover. Many hours spent with USC dominating, Wisconsin Badgers dominating. So loved my college football game. NFL Street 3 is the least I've played a street game because I didn't have it as a kid. When did it come out? It came out in 2006, and I just didn't have the game. They only made it on PlayStation 2, so I didn't have it on Xbox. But Ocho Cinco on the cover, my favorite receiver. And I've only played this a little, so I need to dive into it more to have more of a coherent thought, but I really like that game too. This is my second favorite Madden of all time. Hey, thanks Kirk for the game. Really enjoyed Michael Vick in this game and Donovan McNabb, and those were kind of my guys. But you can kind of see Vick here in game form. He's considered like one of the most dominant, maybe outside of Bo Jackson, sports characters. But amazing Madden. That was when Maddens were like peak to me. This game I did not have as a kid. I would play at my friend Brad's house. We would sit in his dad's office. He had a computer, and we would just play this on the keyboard. A lot harder than on the controller for me. So, but really enjoy this. Had a really good 3-point contest, dunk contest. So I got 07 because of Brad having 06. Let's save that one. And that one, we're going to go over to this ESPN 04. Played this just a touch. This is kind of like 05. Had a lot of the same stuff, but 05 just did everything a little bit better. 2K2 with Randy Moss on the cover. And I think this is Warren Sapp on the cover. Yeah, Warren Sapp. This is Randy Moss on the cover. I remember my cousin Trent having this. Or maybe he had 2K3, but I didn't play this one much, but it was $1, and I got in this mode of like buying sports games up to just like enjoy the rosters. Here we got Madden 06. Really love this Madden. Because obviously the cover athlete, and I got this for Christmas from my parents when I was probably in 7th grade, and I played 06. Not as much as the next game. How about the show? This is probably the most, this one or then this one have my most hours. Maybe this one does because my friends had this game on their computer and we would play this incessantly. But this one I had for the longest time, so they're very similar. They basically are the same game, but just roster updates. But boy, when I think about like these two and this one, this is like the era of Madden, and you'll see that in like the cards I collect and the things I talk about. But this is the era of football that I just love, and I think these games have everything to do with that because I just loved these Maddens. Remember creating all my guys with dreadlocks. Now this game I played mostly on Game Boy, but I decided I love Marshall Faulk and just decided for $1, why not just pick it up? So it plays again similarly to 04. Nothing too crazy with this one. Here we got, this is the one my cousin had now that I'm thinking about it. 2K3. This is just a great football game. It's a little different than 5. 5 being the best in my opinion, but this was a good game, and football games are still not this good in my opinion, like with the stuff that they did. Like the crib is so engaging. Even I'm an adult and I'll play these, and like filling out your crib is engaging. It's fun. Kind of saving my favorite games here for last, and there's really no particular order as to which ones I like the best. So we're just gonna hop right into this stack. This would be like a game I love, and it won't be in my like top 5 by any means. I'll narrow down my top 5, but Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition, and then this is Dub Edition Remix. Oh man, if my sister's watching this, she knows how much we played this game. I still love the song Freak Elite because of this game, but this was amazing for the time. This game was awesome, and Rockstar was just pumping out game. And now, you know, we might get a Midnight Club before we get GTA 6. There's the meme for you. But this was really fun. If you played this, let me know, because that was a really fun game. And some people just don't know about it. I had this game as a kid, and I never had beaten it. I just had kind of played around levels, put the cheats in. This summer, we had just had my son, and I got an Xbox, and they had it on the Xbox store. And so I thought, you know what, I'll buy it. I think it was like $5 on the Xbox store. This game is so much fun. I know why it didn't score like perfect, but this is a fun video game to me. Some of the stuff is like infuriating, but this is my favorite Star Wars movie. So just like going through the different episodes was just a great time. So I think now we are to the top 5, what I would consider my top 5 of this era. We've got NBA Street Volume 2. I can remember for an entire summer, it had to been like summer of like 6th to 7th grade. I left this at where my mom worked at school, and every day I just would look forward to going and just playing this all day, and I couldn't get enough. The blocking mechanics, the dunking, the unlockables, the music, the atmosphere, the announcing. This game is a 10 out of 10 for me. No one can tell me different. This is a quintessential sports game for me, so absolutely love it. This is my favorite simulation sports game of all time, is 2K5. As a kid, I always was preferential to Madden, and then I grew up. I had a friend who was really into this game, and I played it at his house, and I was like, wow, is this better? And it just is, in almost every way. This is the superior game. Outside of the tapping to sprint, which is tedious, but it's kind of fun too, so I don't even know how to explain it, but I will play a season of this every year. I still do. Like, I just got done with an Eagles season. Per NFL season, I'll just fire up a new season of this and enjoy it. This is one of my favorite football games as well, NFL Street 2. I cannot count the hours that I would load up the game, go into quick play, and then you could do like a draft feature, and I would just draft team after team, play the game, do it again, and I just love that. It was the legends are great. The gameplay is literally perfect. It still holds up for me today. Again, this is a game where I'll fire it up. I probably will fire it up tonight, honestly, just talking about it, just play a game of it. But yeah, this game is fun. That is 10 out of 10. Outside of the NCAA game, I got this in Madden 05, and I love Battlefront. Got the new collection and beat it through on PS5, and just love my life playing it. But everything this game did, oh, bye Jalen. This game did infinitely better, and so Battlefront 2 might be my favorite video game of all time. That, or a game coming up here. But yeah, replaying this, and I got all the trophies for it, which it wasn't difficult by any means, but getting all the trophies for this game was like really, really fun for me. I'm gonna grab Jalen quick here and put him back. He kind of snuck down to the bottom there. There we go. Okay, now maybe we'll speed run some of these. Pocket Bike Racer. My sister and I really loved Pocket Bike Racer as kids. Fun little game you could get from Burger King, and it still holds up. It's still a fun racer today. NBA Baller's Chosen One, I played like 3 games, so I just tried this. I saw it at the store, and I was like, ooh, that'd be fun. But don't know too much about it. Just kind of picked that one up. I remember getting this the day before a prom dance, or maybe it was homecoming, I can't remember. Me and 2 friends, we stayed away from prom, and we played this all night in the new maps and the online, and we got the recon skin. And yeah, this was a really cool game because you weren't playing as Chief, and at the time, that's all we knew. Now Halo's, you know, whatever. But look at this nostalgia. The old GameStop, we don't have a case, but the bigs, Second best baseball game in my opinion. Definitely the most fun arcade baseball game of all time. This game was literally Lord of the Rings but Battlefront, and I wish this was getting remade. It is so much fun. I just popped this in this summer. It's still very fun today. I have this now on my Switch, but The Force Unleashed I got for probably, $3 at a garage sale. So super fun game playing as Star Killer. He was a very cool villain, and I wish they would do more with him in the lore. We actually love Rock Band. I actually have all the Rock Band gear back in the closet here. So whenever we have family get-togethers, we'll throw Rock Band in and party away. Not as good as the first one, Force Unleashed 2, but still fun. I remember back in the day kind of being infuriated with some of the things. I just rebought it because it was $5, and someday my kid might want to experience that game. It's fun. Best Lego game of all time. I still think this game holds up. Boy, oh boy, this is a great Star Wars game. Lots of fun here as a kid. Very, very much enjoy this video game. I haven't played Indiana Jones 2, so nothing much to comment. Got it at half price books. That's all that on that one. I've had this game for years. This is my original copy. Simpsons Road Rage. Got really into The Simpsons as a kid. This game is very fun. Kind of makes me just looking at it want to pop it in and replay it again. But really good mechanics there. The hit and run in that game were really cool. Haven't played this too much. Just picked it up from Goodwill. Both of these, so I'll have to try those. We're more Rock Band, but I might try shredding on those a little bit. Shredding by playing on hard. Not even. This is in the running for greatest game of all time, in my opinion. This one and Battlefront 2. So, Halo 3, boy, don't even have an hour counter. I mean, I love Overwatch, so Overwatch, Halo 3, Battlefront 2 would be kind of the list, but yeah, this is 11 out of 10. Excuse me. Perfect video game. The story's amazing. The online was amazing. The map creating, the customization, they don't make them like this anymore. They just don't. And that's my opinion. This is a great installment of Madden, and I remember having fun on the online and in the editors. And this again, like we got to get back to this Madden. Come on, get back to the old Maddens. I honestly bought this game because I wanted a college football game, and 25 didn't exist. My wife loves Tim Tebow. I played like 3 games of it. Not much to comment here. I stood in line for this one in college in Mequon, and this was a fun game. Not nearly as good as 3 or even hold a candle to it, but still a lot of fun memories with that game with good friends from college. I don't know if they watch, but Lane and Jake were their names, and great guys, and we had a lot of fun playing Halo together. This is the second best Halo in my opinion. It's straight away from Master Chief, and that was okay. I replayed this in the Master Chief collection on my Xbox One, and it's an awesome campaign. Really great maps. It just did everything Halo 3 did well, but not quite as good as Halo 3. This is a fun, like, arcadey football game where you get to be legends of the game, and the drafting system, so they go by like stars. So, like, Jerry Rice here would be like, 5 stars, and you could only have so many of each player on your team: gold players, silver players, bronze, and then no-namers. And you draft these little teams and play out seasons. Very fun football game. And again, the 2K mechanics, so almost perfect football mechanics. I had Inside Drive 2004 as a kid with Shaq on it. This one doesn't work on my console right now. I don't have an Xbox, so I'd love to play that game again someday, but it just doesn't work. It's not compatible. Baller's Phenom has a kid, not as good as Street. I don't have much else to say. There isn't nearly the modes. The gameplay's not as good. It was 99 cents, so I wanted to revisit it. But upon revisit, it's not as good. In high school, I got really into this game, The Battle for Middle-earth. Had a lot of fun controlling the armies, and this is one I might have to go back to. This is a really fun game here, so. And RTS, so really fun RTS. game, but Lord of the Rings. Loved Return of the King as a kid, and had this game for a decent amount of time in my life, but really fun. There was a demo of this on my friend's computer, and then I had to have it. It's really fun. Second best Lego game of all time, Lego Lord of the Rings. Really like Lego Lord of the Rings. Perfectly encapsulates the story, in my opinion. This game is awesome. It's not as good as V2, but I played this a lot, so really fun. Its street mode, like their Rise to Glory type mode, was better than 2, I will say, but the gameplay wasn't as tight, but still really customizable, really fun. Solid 9 out of 10. I don't know what this game is, Sniper Ghost War. I didn't even know I owned this. So that should tell you that I didn't even know I had this game. I must have got it thrown in with something. The case is all warped. No comment. Rock Band The Country Pack. We've played this like 3 times. A couple great songs on there. Rascal Flatts. This is the game my sister and I played to death. Best Rock Band game. Best songs. Really, really fun. I don't like this game at all. And in fact, I think I'm going to trade it back or just try to sell it. And frankly, this one too. I just don't really like these. We kind of keep them around in case people want to try them, but you can fail big time, and you know we're casuals, so I don't really care about AC/DC music or the Beatles. So I mean, some good, way better on here for me. I'm just not a big Beatles fan, so those I don't really care about. So that's it for my 360 and my PS2 video game collection. I hope that you enjoyed this video, just kind of walking down memory lane with some of these games. If you have favorites from this era that I didn't mention, and you say, hey man, what about, and I don't have plenty of games I played a lot as a kid, so drop them down in the comments. What games do you remember playing? What games are your favorite? And I look forward to seeing those. As always, may God bless you, and have a good one.